I don't know. I don't know. But at least right now, I think both parties are happy. They're glad that they moved on. They're glad that they got, new starts, new chapters, in their basketball careers. I'm happy for them. As long as we get some good basketball, that's all I can ask for. Maybe not, championship basketball, but good basketball. There was a trade in the NBA this past week or over the weekend or maybe something like that. Recently, let's just say that. Recently, there was a trade in the NBA. And finally, the Phoenix Suns have went and traded Eric Bledsoe. And they traded him to the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, I really thought, and they did, that New York put in a bid for it. But again, New York is hard pressed on what they can offer. And the trade was with the Bucks. Phoenix gets Greg Monroe and a first, and if I remember right, a second round pick, as well. And the Bucks get Eric Bledsoe. I like this trade. One, I told you, we need a little bit more of a shift into the East Coast, to help out, with some of the talent, and we got that. Eric Bledsoe. Now, Eric Bledsoe is not, a superstar or whatever, Paul George or Carmelo or whatever, but he is a really good player. And the reason I like this trade to Milwaukee is that it gives them another piece. One, it helps out Eric Bledsoe more than anybody because now there's no more excuses. And when I say excuses, not like he was making excuses, but he's in a situation, he's on a team that has, structure. He's on a team that's not rebuilding. He's on a team that we clearly know who the man is, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and they have a coach who has a pretty good resume. So there's a nice structure, and they have other pieces, that surround, this team, and they got a veteran in Jason Terry. Do not forget that Jason Terry, and I think a lot of people think, man, this dude is sorry and all this stuff. Jason Terry's not what he used to be, but that's not his role now. His role with the Bucks is really to get these guys focused and get them where he feels that their potential could get this team. And then when called upon, go out there, hit shots, make buckets, make plays, and do that. So that is Jason Terry's job. And I think that will help out, with Eric Bledsoe. Jason Kidd, he ain't gonna be playing that. He ain't gonna be playing all that stuff, And by All-Star break, I want to say we're really going to be talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, we're already talking about them a little bit, but we're really going to be talking about, I don't think anyone's going to want, let me just put it this way. I don't think anyone's going to want to see Milwaukee in the playoffs. That's going to be a hard out. In the first round, no one is going to want to see Milwaukee. I can see Milwaukee getting past the first round. And giving somebody some problems in the second round. Now, of course, they're still not there totally. Now, on the flip side, with Phoenix, they are rebuilding. They're going to, basically try and surround talent around Devin Booker. You get a first round pick. Greg Monroe, there's talk that he's going, to get traded or a buyout, if you will, for him. I'm kind of surprised that they're doing that. I kind of thought maybe they'll keep him, maybe try and trade Tyson Chandler or something like that, or get from underneath Tyson Chandler if they could. But they got other plans. But this will give them another piece to add for the future because, Phoenix is not in any position to make any type of run. So, yeah, you might as well get some talent. Bledsoe wouldn't have been playing for y'all anyway because y'all are pretty much done with him. So I like the trade. I love the trade. I only said New York because with him and Porzingis, I think it would give that not superstar, but that that shining star, I should say. So like a shining moment in New York. So New Yorkers would be like, "We're back, son. We're back. We got Eric Bledsoe, and we're back, Pete." And it would be great. It's always great when New York is relevant in the NBA, but it didn't happen. So the Bucks got better. Angry Black Man said, "It's put up or shut up time for Bledsoe. He has been hyped since Kentucky, so now he needs to perform in a weak East." Put up or shut up. I agree exactly with you, ABM. It's put up or shut up. You have no excuses at this point. You're surrounded by talent and you got to coach. And they're going to love him in Milwaukee. Ain't nothing else to do there but cheer for teams. For Green Bay, Milwaukee, Bucks, and the Brewers. And also the Badgers. So they live and breathe there. And I'm not clowning, folks in Wisconsin. I'm just saying they live and breathe their sports teams there. So it's going to be a great atmosphere. It's going to be cold, but it's going to be a great atmosphere, there for him. I'm looking at what the next topic is. It's just, it is what it is. You just got to get into it. Just go ahead and do it, Jelani. So UCLA, the basketball team, the college basketball team, they are in China right now, and they are in the news for some not the greatest news. This is not the news that they want to be in, but 3 of their players are in a bit of a pickle, if you will. One of them is Cody Riley. Number 2 is Jalen Hill. And number 3 is LiAngelo Ball. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, someone said the magic word. Ball. Yeah. That will get you in the news right there. So LiAngelo Ball, yes, the son of LeVar Ball, is on this trip in China. I think they're playing Georgia Tech. And now they are accused of shoplifting. And they said at the Versace store, they were trying to shoplift some stuff. And they got caught. Now the authorities got involved. And now they're saying, these dudes could get 3 to 10 years. Now, they always throw that out, as far as like what the possibility is, because they don't tell you the entire possibility. They could tell you that they, get off, and all this stuff, or, get a slap on the wrist or whatever, but you also, they're definitely going to tell you what the worst case situation could be. Now, they talk with LeVar, because LeVar is, I think, back in California, and he says, everybody thinks it's a big deal. It's not a big deal, And I think I get what LeVar is talking about. I don't think, it is a big deal to a certain aspect. But I think what he's probably getting at is that it's not necessarily the shoplifting that he's saying is a big. I mean, I think he's saying that the shoplifting is not a big deal because, to me, that's not a big deal. The big deal is where the shoplifting happened. In China, they don't play. A lot of places don't play overseas, and they sure don't play with Americans. Shouts out to my man Broncos boy and Sin, the brother man that's in the Wait a Minute chat room. Appreciate you for dropping in. But back to China. This is not where you want to have a moment and be like, oh, remember that moment when we no, not in China. I got 2 words for you, and if you don't remember, look it up. Someone just said it earlier in the chat room. Google it. Michael Fay. How many people remember him? He was over there vandalizing stuff, stealing stuff in Singapore. They have a rule in Singapore. They just don't take you to jail and wait for your parents to come get you. No, they have this caning rule where they give you them strokes and they hurt. They leave a mark. They do damage. So he got in the news for all that stuff, Michael Fay, about, people like, oh my gosh, that, they're overreacting. They shouldn't be, it's this, is that, and he shouldn't be held responsible because he got a condition, and all this stuff. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying where it happened. And they need to take this serious because, one, LiAngelo is the golden ticket, if you will. It's still a serious situation with the other two guys, but he's the golden ticket. Now they're in the news. China's in the news. And they don't play overseas with Americans, man. Americans are viewed as people who are cocky, and this is not all true, but cocky and arrogant. Thinking they can just run the world. Could it be somebody over there that's trying to make an example? Possibly. Could it be somebody over there that's thinking that this is the time to cash in? Possibly. But the last thing you want to be doing is messing up overseas. Your parents can't just come get you. Now, I don't condone the shoplifting, and all this stuff, but I just don't want people out there acting like that, you shouldn't break any crime, no matter what it is, But people are going to say, oh, he should have known better and all this stuff. You're absolutely right. He should have known better. But how many of us should have known better on a lot of stuff that we did when we was kids, and we did it anyway? So, I just don't want it to be that people are saying, well, see, that's LeVar. You see how he raised his kids and all this. Just like, don't go there. That's what I don't want to hear people say, because that to me, that doesn't have anything to do with the situation. You got kids that think they're invisible and they do stupid stuff. Now, it's very stupid because you could get in trouble. And I'm reading in here and I'm paying attention to the chat, that Sin the Brother Man, he said the dude stole a poster in North Korea and ended up dead. See, that could be the worst case situation or scenario, for them. Thankfully, they're not dead, but they don't play, But I just don't want it to turn into, people don't like LeVar, for some of the stuff that he does and everything. But, don't attack someone as a parent, because they kid do something stupid. At some point, you got to say that kid or that young man or that young adult or whatever it is that you want made that choice. And because obviously he wasn't supposed to be stealing. This ain't like he was 6 years old and he was like, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to steal, sir. I wasn't supposed to steal. No. Sin Brother says the best raised kids do stupid things. I mean, even the non-best raised kids, they do stupid things. You got to be smarter. And I think LeVar handled that. I think once when he get a hold of LiAngelo, but you definitely are going to need to get some big guns to get over there and say, look, hey, I need you to cut them loose. This ain't this, LeVar, don't be trying to send Magic Johnson over there and all that stuff. Well, maybe they Magic fans, but no. And when you get them back, you got to snatch them up. That's all, snatch them up, but I'm hoping these other kids are out here watching this. One, you don't go overseas, but two, you don't do stupid stuff, man. It's just ridiculous, But they will probably get them back. Someone will have to do something. Maybe them, they'll do something embarrassing or whatever. But stop touching stuff. Stop touching stuff that don't belong to you. Because just like Sin Brother Man said, hey, you can end up dead, So we'll get off that. We'll get back into, some NFL news and talk about somebody that was on the team, but that's not on the team anymore. And it was like, that was quick. So we'll talk about who that is after this commercial break, and we'll be back in just like 2 and 2, like Chuck Woolery. Maybe not 2 and 2, but you get what the idea. All right, Lopan, leave me alone.